As I reflect on the various spheres of my life, parenthood, sports, meditation, professional development, marriage, and other responsibilities that I have taken on with full awareness, I find myself at a crossroads of decisions. Each of these areas, like interwoven threads, shapes the fabric of my existence. In this moment of introspection, I realize the importance of evaluating what to devote more or less energy to. It is essential to remember that each choice carries with it an inherent responsibility for the expected results. Here in this moment of reflection, I allow myself to recognize that balance does not always mean distributing my energy equally, but to allocate it in a way that authentically resonates with my deepest values and aspirations. In this process, I invite myself to ask myself, do these areas of my life truly reflect who I am and who I want to be? It is crucial to be consistent with my expectations. If I decide to devote more energy to a specific facet, such as my professional development or my role as a parent, I must do so knowing that it will influence the results. This realization leads me to an act of self-love, accepting that not all areas will receive the same amount of energy all the time, and that is okay. Here and now, I commit to being gentle with myself in this process, understanding that personal growth and balance are dynamic and ever-evolving. By aligning with my choices, I find satisfaction in where I am putting my energy. This act of alignment is not static. It changes. It evolves as I change and evolve. Therefore, in this ongoing process, I remind myself of the importance of revisiting my choices, adjusting them as needed to reflect my growth and inner changes. This is an act of self-listening and self-acceptance where I allow myself to be flexible and adaptable, welcoming change with openness and curiosity. In this continuous exploration of my priorities and the balance of my energy, I find it vital not only to make decisions, but also to review them periodically. On this journey, I realize that circumstances change, as do my interests and my needs. Flexibility and adaptation become my allies in this process. I remind myself that it is okay to reevaluate and change direction if it means being more aligned with my current truth. At the core of this reflection, I grapple with the importance of setting healthy boundaries. These boundaries are not rigid barriers, but rather affirmations of my self-worth and respect for my time and energy. By setting these boundaries, I give myself permission to say no to activities or commitments that no longer resonate with me, in order to say yes to those that really matter. This is an act of self-love where I honor myself and my true needs. At the same time, I recognize the importance of nurturing every aspect of my life with quality rather than quantity. For example, in my role as a father, I choose to be present and fully engaged in the moments I spend with my daughter, rather than simply fulfilling a quantity of time. Similarly, in my professional development, I look for opportunities that truly challenge and grow me, rather than chasing superficial achievements. In this process, I also realize that self-compassion is key. I won't always achieve the perfect balance, and that's okay. I allow myself to learn from my challenges and failures by seeing them as opportunities to grow and deepen my understanding of myself. I remind myself that every step, every decision, is part of a larger journey towards greater self-awareness and fulfillment. Finally, this reflection leads me to appreciate the value of the present moment. Instead of constantly worrying about the future or lamenting the past, I choose to focus on the here and now by savoring and appreciating each experience. This approach helps me live more fully and consciously, realizing that true satisfaction and joy are found in the journey, not just at the destination. Thus, by reflecting on how to distribute my energy among the different areas of my life, I commit myself to a continuous process of self-knowledge, self-compassion, and growth, knowing that each choice is one more step on my path to a full and authentic life.